Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today we're going to be getting into another new release thriller vlog. I'll be reading all 2025 new release thrillers in this video. I have no set TBR other than that. I am gonna try to meet some prompts for my Spring Thrills readathon. It's a bingo board, month-long readathon, all themed around spring that I'm hosting on Patreon. So I might try to tailor some of my picks for those kind of prompts. But for the most part, I'm just gonna be mood reading new thrillers that I'm excited to read by some of my most anticipated authors that are putting out new books this year, so yay for that. And I've already started in on my first book. We have You Deserve to Know by Aggie Bloom Thompson. Last year I read Such a Lovely Family by this same author on Kindle Unlimited and I really liked it. It was very much spring, rich people drama, murder mystery, just easy, scandalous, quick, kind of like trashy, but so entertaining to read. And already this is giving the same energy. I think I'm liking this one better though. The last one was like very uber rich people and this one is just like suburban wealth, which I love, like the suburban paranoia toxic friendship setting so much more than like uber wealthy celebrity politician kind of people. It just feels more accessible, suburban drama, domestic thriller. Just this morning I got a quarter of the way through. I sat down and I'm like, let me read a little bit of this before I start up my vlog. So I read it over breakfast and oh my gosh, freaking loved it. Initially we're getting to know these three couples that live in the same cul-de-sac. Okay, they have these big beautiful houses, these perfect lives, but they all kind of have tensions running underneath the surface, and we're slowly uncovering their different biases against each other or for each other, the different secrets they're keeping from each other, the lies that have been told, and one of them is already dead, but more deaths are to follow at the very beginning of the book, and this is so cool. It's told in like kind of documentary style, where the first thing that we read says transcript from NBC's Dateline, and it's basically the writer of this auto fiction book about the murders is saying like, this is based on true events, but this is from my lens. It is fictional, but it is based on my experience of what happened. And the interviewer is like, well, what did happen? And she's like, this is my truth. She literally says, I'm gonna paraphrase one of my favorite writers here. She said, if you wanted me to write warmly about you, you should have behaved better. And I'm really wondering if this is the voice of the villain at the beginning, or if this is like our sympathetic main character. I have no idea who wrote this auto fiction about the situation. And then you get into the actual book and there's this disclaimer that says, You Deserve to Know is a work of auto fiction. It is a result of much research as well as my own memories, and like most people, my memory is imperfect as well as my imagination. I've tried to capture my lived experiences, although some details have been changed. If you recognize yourself in one of these characters, that is between you and your therapist. And I love that she's just so unapologetic about it and kind of an unreliable narrator off the bat, although we have no idea who this unreliable narrator is. I have no idea who the killer of the first murder is. I am just gripped, and in these people's daily domestic drama, I'm hooked. So I have to go to work shortly, but I am very, very excited to keep reading this. Luckily, I have sprints tonight and I will be getting further in my book. But until then, I've got work. I'll let you know if I have any thoughts before then. Hello vlog. Okay, I'm about to log onto sprints. I just got off work. We're diving back in to You Deserve to Know. Let's go. Hello vlog. I am about 3 sprints into my Patreon reading sprint. Aspen's hanging out with me. We're having a good little time. And I just got halfway through You Deserve to Know. I love this book, okay? It is just straight up suburban drama. There are literally girls drunk fighting in the street. I had a chapter end perfectly on the line, and the chances are nil that this dumb whore will keep her mouth shut. And then immediately my alarm went off for the end of the sprint. It was like perfect comedic timing. There are twists on twists, there are secrets on secrets, there are lies on lies, there's cheating on cheating boots. Okay, everyone is in a scandal, everyone is lying, and I'm just eating it up. These suburban people are messy as fuck, and I'm living for it. It is just domestic thriller trash, okay? I love it. I am gonna read more of this on my little sprinty sprints and then go to bed, and I will update you in the morning. Good morning vlog. It is bright and early the next day. I'm actually about to jump into some morning sessions, but I wanted to update you before I did because I got quite a bit further into You Deserve to Know. Literally, I could not stop reading last night, and then I also picked it up this morning as soon as I woke up. I literally skipped my workout class because I saw this book sitting on my nightstand and I was like, what if I just canceled and read instead? So I'm 80% of the way through You Deserve to Know. It is so good. The mystery is so layered. There are disappearances, there are murders, there are like people who are not who they say they are, there's cheating scandals. There's so many subplots. They're so easy to keep separate. The characters are so easy to tell apart. And I'm just very, very invested in the story. I'm still intrigued from that opening that was so mysterious. Like, who is the one that's crafting this tale? Who can we trust? Who can we not? It is just such a solid domestic thriller. I have a little chunk of morning sessions this morning, and then I have a 3-hour break before my afternoon sessions. And I fear in my 3-hour break, I will just be taking this book to the pool and finishing it out and maybe starting another thriller. I don't know. I'm very excited for it. When I get to reading, you'll be the first to know. Hello vlog, I'm back from my little jaunt out to the pool, and it was so wonderful. I actually got a ton of reading done while I was out there. First off, I finished You Deserve to Know. And this is 5 stars. Like, I'm sorry, this is exactly what I want out of a domestic thriller. She did it the way that I needed it to be done. If you've taken recommendations from me in the past, like Keep Your Friends Close by Lucinda Berry or Bad Summer People by Emma Rosenblum, you are going to love You Deserve to Know. It's very much suburban ladies getting into trouble, getting mixed up with bad things, specifically their cheating, philandering, lying husbands. There's so much drama. It was so juicy. The twist at the end, I was like gagged, and I was like, oh my god, this is literally gonna have to be rated like 4.5 out of 5 stars. And it slipped my mind, the whole setup at the beginning where one of the characters was writing this the whole time, and I had that in my mind for like the first 70-something%, but then I just got so caught up in the ending that I forgot about it. And then the epilogue came in and we figured out who it was that was writing this auto fiction, and it literally blew my mind. It literally blew my mind. It was like, twist, enough time for me to process that twist, final twist, done. And I'm like, you know what, no, this is not a 4.5, this is a 5-star book. Ultimate summer domestic thriller. Read it by the pool. You will love it. And I was not ready to come inside at the point where I finished You Deserve to Know, so I actually started my next book as well, and that is What the Wife Knew by Darby Kane. I'm in my domestic thriller era. I don't know what to tell you. That is just kind of what I wanted to go for. I'm enjoying the vibes. So What the Wife Knew is following this much younger second wife of a wealthy businessman, and he turns up dead after 3 accidents. So the first 2 accidents did not kill him. This third one did, and his younger wife is like, I don't know who the fuck is doing this. I don't know who got him in, but that was supposed to be my job. I was supposed to take him out. She didn't, and now she's trying to figure out who, why, who's out to get him, who caused all these 3 accidents. Were they all her until he finally died? Were they all different people? This man has a lot of enemies. And I'm only about 60 pages in, but already it's moving so fast. I feel like, especially compared to this book, the writing in here is a lot more straightforward, less character development, less setup of the scene. Like, this was very imagery heavy and the character development was phenomenal. This one is much, much more like straightforward, plot driven. I flipped through those 60 pages, I'm not even kidding, like 20 minutes. Okay, this book reads so fast. And our main character is kind of devious. You know, I love a devious little woman, but she is just like, I can't figure her out. I don't know what her motive is. I don't know why she wanted to kill her husband. It's very weird. So I'm kind of on the fence about this. It's entertaining and it's moving very quickly, but at the same time, I'm confused. The writing style is a little dry. I don't really know how to feel. So I have to read more of it to form a really solid opinion. But for now, I have to go to work. I have my afternoon sessions, and then right after my afternoon sessions, I'm gonna run to a yoga class so I get my movement for the day. And then after that, I will be home free to read my book. When I do, I'll let you know. Hello! I thought I was going to get home from yoga and just curl up with my book, but we have a change of plans, okay? It's giving summer day. It's giving the days are long. It's giving I want to sit on a patio and watch the sunset. So this man is about to take me to a patio. And also, I just realized you've never seen my cat. And by my cat, I mean my boyfriend's cat. So let me show you Mr. Bartleby. Oh, here he is. Oh, he did it for the camera. Oh!
Don't climb me, Bart. I don't need you to climb me right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, is that climbing?
Oh no.
Hey, buddy. You're so handsome. Do you want to come to the patio?
You can't. I'm sorry. But we are going.
Let's go to the patio.
Good morning. It is the next day. It's actually not morning. It's kind of the afternoon. I had a whole entire work day this morning that was kind of a struggle to get through because we did do some drinking at dinner, which you saw. And then I wanted to stay up to hear the new Lana single that dropped at midnight. Henry, come on. It's literally so good. Please let's gab about Lana in the comments if you're a fan, because I'm obsessed with her. So I stayed up super late. I had to get up super early for my sessions today, but you know what? We're rocking with it. I also made progress in my book. So like, we're being very productive on this day, but I am over halfway through What the Wife Knew, and I'm kind of like meh on it. Like, there's no description at all whatsoever of the setting, the scene. They are always in and out of this like gorgeous mansion estate. I have no description of what it looks like. It's really hard to tell where we are seasonally, in time of day, in like the area of the country. Like, I keep thinking that we're in the South because they talk about this sprawling estate, and then I remember that we're set in New York City. So it's like kind of hard to get my bearings and orient because of the lack of description. Similarly, there's a very big gap in descriptions of the characters themselves, both externally how they look and internally what they're feeling. It's really just the bare bones thriller plot, which I don't remember this standing out to me when I previously read Darby Kane thrillers. I really liked books like Pretty Little Wife and The Replacement Wife, but What the Wife Knew that's not doing it for me right now. I mean, the plot is fine. It's keeping me entertained. It reads so freaking fast. It reads at the speed of light because you're not like imagining or ingraining anything. You're just following the simple little plot. So it's easy to read and it's interesting, but I'm not super invested. Like, I just don't care because I don't know much and I can't picture much that gives me that sense of buy-in. At the halfway point, the perspective does shift though, so we're about to get someone else's POV. I'm excited to see how that's gonna go. I will get into my book at some point later tonight, but right now I'm about to leave the house because I'm actually going to a super fun event at a local bookstore. Book People is like the indie bookstore of Austin. It's always jam-packed. It's like right in the middle of downtown, and they're having a Grady Hendrix event and signing. So me and my boyfriend are gonna go listen to him speak. And we're also going to get some food, do some record shopping because record store day is tomorrow. So I want to kind of like make a plan of attack for what records I want to get. Yeah, that's the plan. So come along with me and we will go do that.
What's up?
The sound's gonna be off.
What's up?
Well, now it's gonna be on.
What's up?
Oh my gosh. As soon as I turn the camera on, Mochi! Do you have a lot to say? Do you have a lot to say? Go off, King. Go off. I just got home from our little afternoon out and it was so much fun. I want to show you guys what I got. But first I will talk about the Grady Hendrix talk in case y'all are interested. It was not a traditional book talk at all. He basically didn't talk about the book at all, but he gave us the full in-depth lore behind witchcraft and the reasons kind of why he was drawn to writing a story about that. I feel so excited to go into the book now, knowing the lore and this man's like clear hyperfixation deep dive that he did on witchcraft. He's an amazing presenter. The show was crazy. Like, I would literally call it a show, not a book talk. I bought a few books at the bookstore that I want to show you. And look at these vinyls. Like, y'all are not ready. My Lana girls, y'all are not ready. This is my massive bag of stuff. So I ended up just getting what I wanted on record store day because they ended up having a lot of it out early, which they're not supposed to do, but they did. So I got this record store day exclusive edition of the Smashing Pumpkins album, which is my favorite album of theirs and really special to me. I listened to it a lot right after I got a divorce, specifically the song Luna. I learned to play it on the guitar. Yeah, it just represents something very special to me, and the vinyl is supposed to be like smoky red and beautiful, so really excited for that. And I got a few other things. I won't go through it all. These are really like the piece de resistance. Okay, so this From the End, this Pacific Blue, and then this Primavera Sound live album are literally crazy to me. So this was her live set that she did last year, and I'm so fucking happy to have it. Like, it has all the live show accompaniments of the songs, like the jazz outro of Young and Beautiful. I'm literally gagged that I found this. And then these two are not like Lana albums. Like, these are not Lana albums that are released. They're all unreleased songs. Like, hello. Well, How to Disappear was on that one, but look at this. Look at this. Oh, cannot believe. I cannot believe. Of course, I'll also show you the books that I got at Book People. I basically got 3 of the same book. When I showed Mason my haul, he was like, oh, so it's pink, girly, good for her horror over and over and over. And I'm like, well, yes. I got a book called Gaslight. This is apparently a propulsive thriller about a woman who takes gaslighting into her own hands. She gaslights and girl bosses the men around her. Then we have Kill for Love, and this is about a sorority girl who snaps and starts killing frat boys. And then we have Eat, Slay, Love, which I love this title and this cover, by Julie May Cohen. And I didn't love her last book, which was Bad Men. Kind of a disappointment for me. Hopefully this one is better. It's about a trio of friends that are disposing of a bunch of bodies together. I read the first 3 chapters as we were sitting waiting for the event to start because Mason also got a book and he was like, low-key, I'm gonna start reading my book. And I was like, fuck, I wish I would have brought The Wife Before or whatever I'm fucking reading, What the Wife Knew. But I didn't, so I was like, well, I guess I will start Eat, Slay, Love. And I am liking it. Definitely more than Bad Men. So we'll see. I might end up finishing this one after What the Wife Knew. Call it an audible. Wasn't planning on reading this one for the vlog, obviously. I didn't own it, but now I do. So I think I'm gonna read it in this vlog. But for now, I'm going to get back into What the Wife Knew. I'm honestly not looking forward to picking up this book, but I do want to know what this other perspective is about, so let's get into it. Hello vlog, it is a little bit later and I am 75% of the way through What the Wife Knew. It's just giving nothing. Like, I literally don't care. I don't really care what happens. I'm kind of thinking that I might DNF it. I would DNF it if I was feeling this feeling before the 50% mark, but because I have like 80 pages left, I feel like I should just push through and finish it. But I could not care less about these characters at all. There's just been 0 character development, 0 description, like 0 meaning, 0 buy-in at all. It's all plot. And like the thing is that the plot is good. Like, I know that the plot is interesting and the way that it's playing out is like cool. But there's nothing for me to care about. There's no connection. So not loving it. Gonna put the book down. Might have a little early night because I want to go to yoga in the morning. Unsure when I'm gonna pick up this girl again, but when I do, you'll be the first to know. Vlog. It is so late in the day yet again. We're having such a fun weekend. As you just saw in the b-roll, we went to a little pop-up. The line was crazy. There were people waiting like 3-4 hours for donuts, and the donuts were really good, and I'm really glad we went. Thank God we didn't have to wait all those hours. Mason just picked me up from yoga and we went, and it was so fun. And then I laid out by the pool, which is why I look a little bedraggled. I've been like exhausted by the sun, but I'm so happy to have a day to just chill, lay out. It was wonderful, and I got so much reading done. I did end up finishing What the Wife Knew. Girl, I'm giving this 2 stars. I was so disappointed by the lack of description, creativity, character development. Like, there was literally nothing in this book but plot. It was almost like reading a screenplay, like devoid of emotion, just like reading the stage directions. It was so weird because I've really liked Darby Kane books in the past, but this one just felt so cold and dry. And then the twist was giving A Killing Cold by Kate Marshall, where it was a twist and then the next twist was like, never mind, that's not actually the thing that happened, it's actually this. And then that happened a few times, and I was like, then what's the point? Like, it's not a twist, it's not an actual good point in the story, like it's not a worthwhile beat if it's just a lie. Like, that's not a twist, that's a falsehood and a lie. And that happened at the end of this book too. Like, the big twist was like, oh, you thought the twist earlier was the thing? No, actually that's not true, it's actually this. Like, so stupid. I'm gonna need a little bit more plotting than that, and the plot was the one thing happening in this book, and it wasn't even good. So 2 stars. Sad. I also got further into the book that I started yesterday at the Grady Hendrix thing. This is Eat, Slay, Love by Julie May Cohen. And basically the plot of this book is 3 women get entangled with this one man, and they all get together to try to take him down. The bodies are piling up, and I'm only 80 pages in, so that's kind of crazy. I like the writing. It's British, so it's very British, and I think that's cute. It's campy, it's fun, it doesn't take itself too seriously. I'm enjoying it. I will probably get into it a little bit more this afternoon and let you know what I'm thinking. Hello vlog, it is much later. I got some reading time out on the patio. We had our sweet little dinner and we're about to go out, but I wanted to update you before I left because I'm over halfway through Eat, Slay, Love, and it's just so much fun. It's like kind of giving me, oh, who is that one author? Like Maureen Kilmer. She wrote Hex Education and Suburban Hell. It's kind of like that. Like, it's just kitschy, it's campy, it's fun, it's lighthearted, but it's also like getting revenge on a shitty man. And after the first couple chapters, there really hasn't been much violence. So if you are someone that wants a good for her thriller, but not a lot of blood, guts, and intensity, I feel like this would be perfect for you, at least at the halfway point. I'm still really enjoying it. I can't see this really being a 5-star just because it's not giving me commentary and meaning, but it's a good time regardless. So I will get into that tomorrow probably, but for now we're going to a thing that Mason got us tickets for. I literally have no idea what this is. He just texted me and he's like, we're going to a weird little speakeasy inspired by Edgar Allan Poe. And I'm like, you know what? First of all, we love a man who takes the initiative and plans dates. Second of all, we love a weird niche horror, poetry, gothic vibe. And I think that's the vibe that this is gonna be. So I think we're gonna see some probably like spoken word Edgar Allan Poe readings, drink some drinks, dress up in our little gothic garb, and go have some fun.
Say what you were gonna say.
They referred to that event as a speak easy. I will very easily speak on how bad that was. I will absolutely go into excruciating detail on why I not only would not recommend, but would recommend legal documentation against this in the future. It goes to show you marketing is everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
I'm about to turn right so I can turn left.
And where are we going? Raising Cane's Chicken
You
Finger.
know, early in the morning when we gotta wake up. Sometimes people say you gotta raise hell.
Yeah, we gotta go to Raising Cane's Chicken Finger restaurant.
After an event that morose, I need a serious lightening of my soul.
Thank God.
Fried chicken, the way to go.
Yep. Yay. Thank you, baby.
I'm being told I need to perform.
Perform?
Perform, dance monkey!
Who said that?
The Caniac guy.
No, I didn't say that.
You're not a guy. You're neither.
Oh yeah.
You're neither a can. Okay, you are a Caniac actually. But you are not a guy, certainly.
Okay, well
that I know. I don't know. Jeez.
What?
Who knows? The future is limitless, babe. Who knows what could happen?
Okay, yeah.
Who knows what could happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We might end up going to an Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy. That is
That's
actually
not a
It's
speakeasy.
just like community theater. Liverpool.
Liverpool. Hello vlog. Oh my gosh, it's like after 9 o'clock. I don't think I've talked to you all day. We've had a pretty jam-packed day of hanging out and seeing our friends, and we saw the movie Drop earlier. Oh my god, Mochi is going psycho mode. I don't know if you can see him. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, we saw the movie Drop earlier. If you like just like a dumb, campy, knows exactly what it is thriller, I think you would have a really good time with the movie Drop. It was really thrillery, really fun, good time type of movie. And then I came home and I got about 80% of the way through Eat, Slay, Love. It's definitely darker. There's some much darker content in here, but it doesn't go into detail, but like they're kind of being kitschy and funny about like cutting up a body and getting revenge, and they're each taking their turn to like trauma dump and blah blah blah. And I'm still enjoying it because it feels like really light, even though really fucked up stuff is going on. I don't know, it's just like easy to read is the way that I want to describe it. It's not the best thriller plot I've ever read in my life, but I like unhinged women and it's easy enough to read, so I'm rocking with it. I think I'm probably going to get ready for bed and finish this book up tonight, and I will let you know my final thoughts in the morning. Hello vlog, it is the next day and it is quite late in the day. I've had a busy work day, but I wanted to find some time to update you. I did finish Eat, Slay, Love last night, and I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think it was a really fun, solid ending. I like the arc of all of our characters. I like the relationships that unfolded. I loved the twist at the end. It was dark, but it was also kind of like lighthearted and weird and feminist vibes. It was just like the lighthearted, good for her thriller that y'all might want. So I recommend it. I give it 4 stars. It was solid. It's probably not something that I'm gonna think think about for too long, but it sounds like it's kind of set up for a sequel. And if that comes out, I would totally pick it up. I really liked this so much more than the previous release from Julie May Cohen that I read last year, which was Bad Men. That one was a bit of a disappointment. This one did exactly what I wanted that one to do. It was more solid, it was gripping all the way through, and it had a good balance of character development and plotting rather than completely abandoning the good for her murderous women plot to explore a character, which is what happened in Bad Men. So really like this trajectory, solid thriller read. And we are on to the last thriller of the vlog, which is Such Quiet Girls by Noelle W. Illey. And I have a full ranking of all of this author's previous books if you want to watch it. I freaking love her thrillers. They're pretty much hit out of the park every single time. And this is her new release for 2025. It's about a school bus full of children that is stopped and held hostage on their way home to be dropped off. And we're following a few perspectives here. We're following the bus driver, we're following the oldest girl on the bus who is a 6th grader, and then we're following that 6th grader's mom as she's trying to get to her child. It's already feeling so high stakes, so full of tension. These are the kind of white knuckle thrillers that I love from Noelle Illey, so I'm really excited to get further into it. But as I mentioned, I have a pretty busy work day, so I'm not quite sure when I'm gonna be able to get back into my book. I only read like 4 or 5 chapters so far, and it's already that exciting, but hopefully I get some time to read tonight before I go to bed, and I will get to tell you some more about what I'm thinking about this book in the morning. Hello vlog. It is the next day. I have been working so much. I literally had a full day yesterday. Did not get home until 9 p.m. I've had a full day today, literally sessions back to back to back. It is 3:30 and I have not gotten a chance to breathe since 8 a.m. So I've been a working machine, but I love my work, so honestly, it's been really good. But I do have a reading update for you. So I'm a third of the way through. I'm doing audiobook and my Kindle because Noelle Illey books are on KU, which I love that. So a third of the way through, we have now gotten the villain, the hostage person's POV, which is endlessly interesting. It is super intense. It is dark. It is gritty. This is more of a thriller than a mystery. There's no essential mystery that we're trying to figure out here, kind of, other than like what's the motivation behind this crime and what's going to happen to the kids, but that's more of like how the plot will unfold than like a mystery we're trying to solve. What's really engaging is the thriller plot and how these kids are dealing with being hostages. Like, the trauma representation is really accurate, really freaky, really scary, really intense, but like really well done. It's also interesting hearing the hostage person, like the person that's holding all these children hostage, is like, oh, it'll be fine, I want to get my money. And kids are resilient. Kids are like a rubber band, they're just gonna snap right back. And I'm like, as resilient as children are, like, that's really not a good excuse to like traumatize the fuck out of them, but I don't know, that's just me. And then of course, seeing the different responses from the adults involved is interesting. Like, every perspective is interesting and it's keeping my attention and it's thrilling. So I'm really liking it. I am going on my lunch break right now, so hopefully I can get further in. Lunch break at 3:30, I know that's crazy. But I'm going to eat, read, and also get ready because I'm going to a concert tonight with my boyfriend. I'm gonna be a metal girlfriend. I don't usually listen to metal music, but my boyfriend is a drummer and he loves metal music, so he's showing me his love. I love that we share our little passions with each other, and I'm excited to see him in his element and cosplay metal girlfriend core. So I guess I'll have to get ready, pick up my outfit, all of that. Let's go. Hello vlog. I am trying to be a little metal girl. How'd I do? I don't know. We're about to leave to go to the show. As I was getting ready, I got to the 75% mark of Such Quiet Girls, and oh my god, this is riveting. You're literally just following along, rooting for these poor kids and this poor bus driver to escape. It's like an action movie. It goes so fast. It's so emotional. It's really just so good. You're rooting for them so hard. It's like that clip from Drag Race with Kimora Hall. We were rooting for you. Like, that's all I can think of. It's so good. And I will probably finish this up. I only have 2 hours left in the audio. 1 hour on 2x speed. If not tonight while I'm getting ready for bed, tomorrow morning while I'm getting ready for the day, I'll just zip through this little audiobook and let y'all know my final thoughts. I'll also have to update you about going to a metal concert. I don't know, do people go crazy there? Am I gonna die? Hopefully my little baby girl protects me. He will. I love him. Okay, see you later. Hello vlog, it is the next day. Wow, last night was literally so much fun. I'm honestly surprised what a great time it was. Maybe it was just the company. I'm not usually a cannibal corpse type of girl, but I had so much fun. The like laser light show was crazy. Obviously we had to get some late night canes after. It was just a wonderful time. So honestly, my review of cosplaying as a metal girlfriend, definitely a 10 out of 10. Would do it again over and over for the rest of my life. Kind of crazy. And as for Such Quiet Girls, I literally finished this up like that this morning while I was getting ready for the day, and it was really solid. It was just an intense edge of your seat ride the entire time, rooting for these hostages to escape. If you like books like Hostage by Claire McIntosh or Run on Red by Noelle Illy, I think you would like this one as well. I ended up giving it a 4-star. It was solid. It had a great ending. It was emotional enough without being like super over the top or triggering in any way. I don't know if this story will necessarily stick with me. It wasn't like giving me the 5-star feeling, but it was really great for what it was. And it's actually based on a real life event of a hostage situation that went wrong, and Noelle talked about that in the author's note, which I appreciated. She's done this before, and y'all know I have nuanced thoughts on the inclusion of true crime in fictional thriller kind of stories, but in this instance I think it was done well. It's not a well-known case. It's a very weird scenario, and in real life nobody actually died, so that's good. And it talks about like different pieces of bias that were in the case, so there is a level of commentary there. I don't think it was leaned into too much in the book. Relevant nonetheless, and the more that I see this in thrillers, the more that I want to make a commentary video fleshing out all of my complete thoughts on the intersection of true crime and mystery thriller fiction, because I have a lot to go in on that topic. So if you want to see that, please like this video, let me know down below so I will know. But either way, thank you guys for hanging out so much and watching this thriller vlog. I really appreciate it. I love hanging out with you guys. I love filming these vlogs. They're my favorite thing to film. And we had so many good books. We're not going to talk about What the Wife Knew, but everything else was 4 or 5 stars. Obviously the star crown jewel of this vlog was You Deserve to Know by Aggie Loom Thompson. If you like rich people drama, that's a perfect book for you. You're gonna eat it up. It was a great pool read. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this new release thriller vlog. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I make new release thriller vlogs, one every single month at least, along with all my other vlogs and recommendation videos, wrap-ups, TBRs, all the things. Join me over here. Thank you again so much for watching and hanging out with me. And as always, don't forget to go to therapy and read a book this week. I will see you guys in my next video.